Welcome back to CordCuttersLI, where we help to save you money on your cable bill. Well, today I'm going to help you spend just a little bit of those savings with a review of the latest release from iPazzPort, the wireless keyboard people. This is the iPazzPort Universal TV Remote / wireless mini keyboard / IR learning remote / AirMouse combo. Because it has both Bluetooth and 2.4G wireless with this little USB dongle, the list of compatible devices is endless. Of course, it'll work on your Android or Google TV devices and just about anything else. It will work on your Amazon Fire TV devices, but I'll put an asterisk on that. But that's on Amazon, not iPazzPort. More on that later. As you can see, it's two-sided. On one side, you have what looks like your typical streaming device remote, complete with the 4 app buttons and voice control. And on the other side, you have a full QWERTY keyboard to save time typing out those long passwords or URLs. It's constructed of sturdy aluminum, not cheap plastic, and feels great in the hand. Coming right up, I'm going to give you an up-close and personal look and show you how it works. So if you're ready to learn about the latest product from iPazzPort, sit back, relax, and let's go. All right, so here's a good up-close and personal look at the front of the remote. This here is the power button. On the top right, you have, this is the AirMouse toggle. So this will turn, the mouse on and off. I'll explain how that works in a little bit. You have the regular circle pad here with the select in the middle. This button here is a combo. It's a home button if you hold it in, and just if you briefly tap it, it will go back. It's like the return button. A menu button over here, the voice button. These two here are for channel up and down and volume up and down. These work with the Air mouse, function. So for volume up and down, you would hold this in and then move the remote up and down. I'll show you how that works in a little bit. Basically, all of these buttons work just by either connecting the Bluetooth or by using the USB 2.4G dongle. But you also have the ability to have infrared learning. So if you have a remote, let's say for a soundbar or TV or some other device, basically the instructions show you how to do it, but you hold the remotes like this, you push the buttons on the remotes, and basically anything this remote can do, you can program this one to do via infrared. The apps buttons, again, fully programmable. With the Android TV or Google TV, you can use the button mapper. I'll briefly show you how to do that in a little bit. If you watch a bunch of my videos, I'm sure you've seen this before. Again, on this end, you have infrared. Aluminum construction, very sturdy. Again, it feels really nice. It feels like you really have a piece of hardware in your hand. It's not like a cheap piece of plastic like a lot of the remotes are. On this side, you have a full QWERTY keyboard. Uppercase, lowercase letters, no problem. You have a little function key here to hold in if you want to, press any of the numbers or characters and so on. And that's about it. That's the up close and personal look of this nice two-sided remote. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect this to my Homatics Box R 4K Plus device here. I've already got the USB dongle plugged into it, as you can see, and I'm going to show you how it works right now. One last thing I forgot to mention, it comes with a USB-C charging port, which is very cool. Alright, so I've put down the remote for the Homatics box, and I'm using strictly the iPazzPort remote keyboard now. You have the circle pad, you can scroll around, go to all the apps that you want. Basically, if you hold in the home button, it'll bring you back to home. You have the voice button you can use if you want to. What is the weather in Toronto? So the voice button works. Holding in that home button again. You can toggle the AirMouse on at any point that you want. You just click on that and you'll see a little arrow appear, and that will scroll around, and you can pick anything on the screen. You can go into settings if you want to, and so on. I'm going to go back. The AirMouse also works great inside of a browser like Downloader or TV Bro browser and so on. After a moment or two, that arrow will disappear. I've programmed the 4 apps buttons using the Button Mapper application. This is a free app that you can get from the Google Play Store. If you go down to here, this won't be a tutorial on the Button Mapper app to show you how to use this app, but if you go to add buttons, this top button here is the apps button on the remote, and I'll show you what I programmed that one to do. Basically, if you single tap the button, it brings up settings. If you double tap the button, it will open up downloader, and if you long press the button, it'll open up IPVanish. The other three buttons, basically, I have configured for what they are. So YouTube will open YouTube, Netflix will open Netflix, and Google Play will open up the Google Play Store. So let's test out that apps button right now. I'm going to single press it. It opens up settings. I'm going to now hold in the home button, brings it back. I'm going to double tap the apps button now. That opens up downloader, back to home. And now I'll long press the apps button, and that should open up IPVanish, and it does. So these all work very well. If I do have one critique about the button locations, the voice button is located where I would normally expect to see the home button. So that's a little bit of getting used to. The home button is a combo button, as I said earlier. It's between the go back or return button and home. It's a combo button. So if you long press it, it's home. If you briefly touch it, it's return or back. The volume button took a little bit of figuring out. At first I was just tapping it and I didn't know what it did, and I saw that show up on the screen and I wasn't really sure what was happening. But if you hold in the app and you just scroll up and down, you'll see that it basically goes up and down with with the movement. A really nice feature about this two-sided device, if you need to type in a long URL, let's say into Kodi or maybe a long password into a different app, you can just quickly go in there and flip the keyboard over, and now you have a full QWERTY keyboard. You can type in an address. Let's say my URL. And then you have, on the right side of the keyboard, it's www or .com if you hold in the function key. So that's a nice, easy way to type in. This is a short URL, bad example, but some of those Kodi URLs for add-ons and things can get quite lengthy, and trying to type that in with the regular circle pad and select buttons are a bit of a pain. I'm sure you have experienced that. So a nice QWERTY keyboard is a must for doing this type of stuff. So that's about it. It was really easy. I mean, as I said, I connected the USB device to a spare port on my Homatics box. If you want to use this on, let's say the Walmart On streaming box, one of those boxes that doesn't have the USB port, you'd need a OTG cable. But I do suspect that this will be more for the higher end devices that do have a USB port available. So that will be up to you. In fact, I'd like to hear from you down below. If you do decide to pick up one of these, put some comments down below. Let me know what streaming device, or just let me know what you'll be using it for. I mean, like I said, you can use this for a PC, for an extra keyboard. You can use this, let's say if you have a PC, like a home theater PC behind your television, you can definitely use this for a fully functional keyboard. Lots and lots of applications. I'd like to hear from my CordCuttersLI community to let me know what you use these types of devices for. So overall, I was really impressed with this new device from iPazzPort. I did have a couple of issues with some things. For example, I tried this on my Kinhang G1 Android TV box, and I had some issues with those apps buttons being recognized in the Button Mapper app. That was one of the things I had an issue with. I'm not sure if it's just mine. They may have sent me sort of a demo model. I should have mentioned at the beginning, iPazzPort did send me this for free to evaluate and to share with my viewers and my subscribers. So I'm really thankful for them to do that. This was hot off the presses. It was really a brand new device when he sent it to me. I've had it a few weeks now. So another issue I had, I couldn't get it to pair at all on my Homatics box using the Bluetooth. Wasn't a big deal because I have the USB dongle. I just plugged in and it worked, right out of the box. No configuring or at all, so that was fine. As for the Fire TV devices, like I said at the top, this will pair with those devices, with your Fire TV sticks or cubes or Fire TV devices in general. However, as you may or may not know, the apps buttons are going to be a problem. You're not going to be able to reprogram those apps buttons because of all the changes Amazon is making lately. And again, I don't put that on iPazzPort. I put that on Amazon. There have been lots and lots of videos on all the changes Amazon is making. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing reviews on, hardware like this that's compatible with the Android and Google TV devices more and more. So with all that being said, if you got anything out of this today, I would appreciate you liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, share this and all of your favorite CordCuttersLI videos with your friends. This not only helps to get my videos shown to more people on YouTube, it also helps to support the channel. So thanks so much for watching.